Scams, scams, and scams when gifting. Be careful out there, people. Ghost phasing recoil bug doesn't look like it's going to be repaired anytime soon. The Christmas gift divides opinions, and the Christmas Day offers are a little strange. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news show for Monday. It's the start of what is the last week of the year. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe with post notifications on all, and as well catch up with some of the festive content that myself and Dan have posted over the last few days. Yes, we've kept you well stacked with Christmas goodies. For those interested in my Christmas, yesterday, which is Boxing Day in the UK, I was editing a wedding video, mine and Em's wedding video, and it's going to take another 10 hours. It took 10 hours to do 18 minutes, now it's going to take a further 10 hours to do the rest of it. Also, I got this, which was a King Groot. Look at it, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's a little King Groot Marvel Contest Champions Funko Pop. In any case, much love to you all. Hope you had a great Christmas. And as well, thank you so much to everybody that supports the channel as a Patreon and as well as a YouTube member. You're on screen right now. Thank you so much. Also, those that support over on twitch.tv/RichTheMan live. If you're about for the special Fall Guys festive stream, you'll know that there was a lot of fun, a lot of wins, and as well a drunk PJ Vice, which was something I'll probably turn into a video. And also I opened my 6-star Nexus over on here, so I did actually a special YouTube live stream. So if you were there, you were there. If you weren't, you weren't. But yeah, thanks very much to everybody that supports on the various different platforms. And I should be live streaming as of tomorrow, I hope. Now let's kick off the show by talking about gifting scams. So a lot of the things that I've been hearing this year, the same as I hear every year, is all about scams. The biggest problem with trying to keep anything safe in this game and the community is pretty tough. Trying to make sure you get a fair trade each time, especially by trusting somebody when you're trading one way, you'd expect that to then come back to you as well. And a lot of times that's not the case. In other games, similar to like RuneScape, or, you know, we've talked about this before, but ideas of like, if you trade one way, it's then locked into one place, like one segment. And then the other person has to trade in order for that trade and transaction to then go to the respective persons. It's kind of like, the best way to describe it is like, it's a broker. So it's like you send something to the broker, or then it gets then sent elsewhere, or like a bank essentially. So you trade into the bank and the person trades into the bank and then it swaps. That's really kind of the best way I'm trying to describe that as part of a transaction. It's something I really wish Kabam would look into. And that's the thing, maybe kind of like change the event to be called, like, I don't know, the holiday trading or holiday gift trade. So you kind of have that trade element in it. So therefore people understand that element of going like, right, well, that's part of that. Unless you can tick a box to say like, oh, this is accepted as a gift or this is sent as a gift. And otherwise there's going to have to be a transaction, a trade. So a like for like swap, or it's a case, yes, just the gifting element. But do not trade with anybody on global. Try not to trust anyone global. It's been very tough to try and get stuff sorted in the Discord as well. I've seen plenty of people jump between Discords and then do the same scamming thing. And trying to get up ahead of these people is pretty tough. And that's been one of the problems. So yeah, another year, another place. And as we break out the meme, you'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy when it comes to these people that do these to other people. I would say as well, don't trade with anybody on global as well if you're thinking about it, and try and stick to alliance mates if indeed you have that. And this is why it's important to grow an alt account up to level 40 between now and next year, because of, you know, the way that you know, it's handled, just for people being a bit scammy out there. Now let's move on and talk about the gift for 2021. A lot of people felt very differently about this gift. For Thronebreakers, we got 6-star Nexus and I think Signature Stone Crystals. And for those who are Cavalier, got a rank 1 to 2 6-star gem, which actually on face of it isn't too bad. However though, there were calls for more stuff to be added to it. But yeah, different people, different thought processes, especially from an opinion here based on the value of the particular gift from last year versus this year. And as I said, very mixed in its kind of, you know, feeling towards it. And that's just the thing. At the end of the day, it's hard for I think for a lot of people to look at this and go like, okay, well, this is good, this is bad, this is indifferent. But yeah, I think I'll leave this up to players as to like what the thought process is on it, because I've seen some people say that the Thronebreaker one was worse than the Cavalier one. Cavalier one being better. I've seen people say the Cavalier one was worse compared to the Thronebreakers, and anybody less than that obviously didn't get anything of kind of good value. I mean, M was a Conqueror level, and she got a 4-star Nexus, and was looking at going like, oh, well, that's, you know, not that fun. And that's just the thing. Different people, different thought processes as to this particular, you know, gift. But yeah, what's everyone's thoughts on it? Especially because I say the 6-star Nexus has got all those kind of RNG elements to it, but it's one of these. Well, it's free stuff. We had a really nice stacked anniversary, load of gifts and things. So I guess it's all right. I mean, yeah, the store had some elements to it that didn't really hit well. And I would say with anybody, if you're unhappy with what you got, if you're a lower progression, then work towards the next year of getting up to the next progression. But yeah, as I said, thoughts in the comment section. Now on to Ghost. As a lot of you know, we talked about this a fair while ago, where Ghost can't phase Recoil with Hood on the team. We talked about it as soon as this was an issue back in August. We've talked about this once every month, I want to say. And December, even though there was an announcement, I think we covered this early December or late November, it's time to talk about it again, because it doesn't look like the end is in sight with getting this sorted. There's plenty of examples of this not working as a point of reference point. There's a little video on screen right now, which will indeed, as soon as the special attack is fired up for the champion, you'll see that the recoil comes in and it's not phased as part of the ability. So there we go, over there, and then boom, phase recoil. Like in the damage was taken, so it's still something that yes, was pretty bad back in August, and yes, the same scheme continued on. Bit of problematic for those that have suicide masteries, and also a point of, you know, ramping up Le Champion. Back in November, this indeed was something that was confirmed to be a problem, and it has actually been well over a month. That is the last response from it, saying that it was very much on the to-do list for the company. Going further to say the issue was not as simple as we hoped, so the team started looking into it and found more time and resources had to be dedicated to it. We can only hope that it's not more pressing issues come up before then, and let's face it, a lot of pressing issues ended up coming and turning up, because then the focus point was on the problems and the scuff of Venompool and Deadpool X-Force in the Variant 8 fights. So yes, it's always seems to be the case that stuff like when it comes to Ghost and this particular problem does go on the back burner. But then early December rolled on by and right to the end, and we're up now with like nothing has been answered. Even going as further to say, like, you know, if you check out the bugs and known issues that are going to be sorted out in the new update, which is launching in January, there's nothing that references Ghost's issues, and as well the recoil. So for those who are expecting or hoping, I'd say more hoping than expecting, hoping for a fix to Ghost when you've got Hood on the team and you have a recoil as the mastery and you want to phase that recoil damage, hey, it ain't going to be sorted out anytime soon, sadly. But we'll keep posted on this one and see what happens when it comes to new time allocation, fresh faces, fresh time in the new year for Kabam to get this sorted. Now let's talk about the unit store. By the way, if you don't know already, there is a current bug going on with the unit store. You can see, like, on screen right now, like, oh, none of the offers are popping up. A simple restart will sort that out. So if you want that back or want it working, just restart the app and it should come back. But let's talk about what is on offer for the unit store. Now, one of the things I did predict was that we'd have Cavalier Nexuses in. That is something that did indeed come in. It's always nice. I didn't do a prediction video. I only did that in like I think like a podcast thing. But they're also Cavalier Annual Crystal Selectors, which is pretty cool. So you get to kind of choose, like, I don't know, the annual ones. I kind of feel like these might like pop up in some capacity in the general not general store, but you can purchase them. Now, if you are, and as I stressed with this, if you are in the market to buy any kind of like units, then this may be kind of like an opportunity to get something extra. Do bear in mind that some of these elements here of this are RNG based, so that's something to point out. But it's up to you at the end of the day if you want to get them. And if we quickly look at what was on offer last year, these kind of feel like they're kind of an equal kind of measure, especially because they don't seem like, well, that spicy, that interesting, that well, like fun define fun with open up crystals and RNG and getting something bad versus getting something good. So yeah, I mean, last year 5,250 6-star shards, 5-star Nexus, and then 10,000 5-star Hero Crystal shards. It's just a case of like replacing one RNG with another piece of RNG. Is it super spicy? No, hell no, it's not. Is it something, an added extra if you're buying some units? Hell yes. Added extra gold? Well, people can get gold from grinding out arena. So this is just something that you could probably do one arena run. You'll probably see that the Cavalier annual crystals will come into the general crystal store in some sort of capacity at some stage. It's just the Cavalier Nexus is that extra spice. Apart from that, it's how can you possibly say I'm gonna win from this? You can go, oh well, I got the units. That's really it. That's the only kind of bonus there of going like I can get all this crap here that's kind of like all RNG based, or I can get some units. That's basically it. So yeah, if you want to get something with added extras, is it immense value? Not really. Will I be getting it? Don't know. I've got iTunes cards to use, so maybe I will, maybe I won't. But yeah, at the end of the day, that's been it. Not hugely fun, but it is what it is. And now we end the show with arena predictions and results. The results were very surprising, and more so surprising with the Warlock arena, not so much with the Black Widow Clairvoyant arena. And let's kind of go over those. So the results, Black Widow Clairvoyant. Shout out to people on Discord, by the way, for submitting so many fantastic results and information. So Black Widow Clairvoyant, 50.5 mils enough for position 100. That got the 6-star. 48.7 mil was enough for position 111. Just to give you a bit of an idea of how close that was to that 100 marker of the 6-star versus the 5-star. And a low 5-star cutoff for that, which is 399 position with 20 mil. I'm sure that that went a lot lower than that. You could even see like 18, 16 mil maybe, something like that. And then Warlock, okay, the strange thing with Warlock is that 95.1 mil was enough for position 100. I got the 6-star, so that's a big jump up, and I got my prediction wrong for that one, and slightly wrong when it comes to the 5-star. Yeah, this is the thing, it's surprising. Grind habits for some of the features can just be very weird and bonkers. One week, it can be really low for some reason. The next week, and Warlock's a great champion, by the way. It's one of my favorites. I got a 6-star rank 2 and a 5-star 565, which I've heavily awakened and signatured because I do believe in a high awakening of it, and I love the champion at high awakened. Nice DJ and damage. But 44 mil was enough for 436 for the 5-star position. This gives me the predictions that I'm doing for round 2 of this. Warlock is a 6-star 100 mil. Warlock is a 5-star 55 mil. Black Widow Clairvoyant as a 6-star 55 mil. Black Widow Clairvoyant is 5-star 20 mil. And that's just in order to be safe, because I just don't know what the habits of this featured arena is. And you could see like 50 mil is probably going to be enough for Warlock. There's a 5-star, but yeah, just don't know. People's habits when it comes to grinding can be very weird week in, week out. But yeah, good luck in the grind. And thank you very much for watching the show. Make sure to check out some other content. I've got one scheduled video that's dropping today, another crystal opening, as I've got to edit my wedding video some more, and I've got some other stuff that I'm up to. And then hopefully back on with some kind of big old grind work for the next few days leading up to the end of the year, and as well as some special live streams. So look out for them. Appreciate you. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye for now.